Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is the weekend. Hope you've had a great week. Hope your week went well. I hope you were able to check the boxes that you wanted to check this week and reach the goals you wanted to reach this week. And now that it's weekend, it's Saturday morning. I hope you're able to have some downtime and relax with family and have a fun weekend. Our teacher this week is Wayne Dyer. Hey Charlene, good morning, happy Saturday. And our meditation for today is going to be the science of meditation. As we meditate today, we're going to mentally go through all the systems of our body that are being touched by and changed by meditation and run through what these changes are. How does our body respond during a meditation session? Israela, good morning. Sunmuddy, good morning. Happy Saturday. So among Wayne Dyer's work, there's not a lot of content around the science of meditation that I can use for this morning's setup. Although I've got a couple of thoughts from him that do in a way speak to this and this space. Pat, a very good morning to you. Happy Saturday. Right, the first thought from Wayne Dyer says, you create your thoughts. Your thoughts create your intentions, and your intentions create your reality. Anthony, how's it, man? Maggie, good morning. We'll run through this again quickly. You create your thoughts create your intentions, and your intentions create your reality. This is a cascade of things that create for us the world that we live in, starting with how our brain operates. Nella, a very good morning. Happy Saturday. Now, I do want to mention on this one thing that says you create your thoughts. It's very true. We do create our thoughts. But we are about as responsible for the kinds of thoughts that our brain produces as we are for the sweat that our sweat glands produce. It is something that happens on autopilot. We don't have that much control over the kinds of thoughts that our brain produces, although it's still our brain that produces these thoughts. So we've got to figure out how we take responsibility for it without blaming, shaming, or punishing ourselves. And the truth is, even though we have no control over the kinds of thoughts that our brain produces, when we change our response to these thoughts, when we start responding to our thoughts in a new way, then our thought patterns change. So in that sense, over time, we can take responsibility for changing how our brain thinks. But it takes the time that it takes. The next thought from Wayne Dyer is, there is no stress in the world. Does it sound true? Does it seem true? There is no stress in the world. Take a moment to look at the world. How about before humans came? Was there any stress in the world? If you look at the world, it's true that there's no stress in the world. Mother Nature doesn't have any stress. It's only people thinking stressful thoughts. That's where the stress lies. So there is no stress in the world, only people thinking stressful thoughts. It's a bit of a mind shift, because the first time I read this, I remember the first time I ever came across this, I thought, well, that's not true. Of course, there's lots of stress in the world. But that stress is only to be found in the human heads, in the human brains that think these stressful thoughts. The last one before we get started. He says that research has shown that a simple act of kindness directed towards another person improves the functioning of the immune system and stimulates the production of serotonin in both the recipient of the kindness and also in the person extending the kindness. Kindness extended, received, or observed beneficially impacts the physical health and feelings of everyone involved. And it's so simple to measure. In this case, he uses the example of kindness, but it's so simple to measure the effect that kindness has in the bodies of the people extending the kindness, in the bodies of the people receiving the kindness, and even in the bodies of people observing how this kindness is exchanged. A change in the nervous system and a change in the levels of good hormones, serotonin, oxytocin, good endorphins, dopamine. Kindness extended, received, or observed beneficially impacts the physical health and feelings of everyone involved. So that's our journey today. We're taking a look at what are the things that happen in our bodies as we sit down for a meditation. And then to remember, everything we practice, we become better at. We might in the past have been practicing negative thought patterns. We might have been practicing punishing ourselves for negative thought patterns. And over years of punishing ourselves for negative thought patterns, we've become very good at that. And it takes a lot of time to unwind that and create something new. As you have been bringing yourself to sit down for a meditation again and again and again, you've been practicing something new. And everything we practice, we become better at. You've been practicing responding to your thinking in a new way, in a different way. And what you keep practicing, you become better at. So today, think of your meditation this way. This is another opportunity for you to sit down and practice something new. Practice a new response and know that over time, just like learning how to ride a bicycle many years ago, learning how to swim, the more you practice this, the better you get at it. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's float away together. Starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue with the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. As you breathe in, as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself expand from your core in all directions. Once you have a Belly full of air, let all of it go. And as you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders and drop your head. You're breathing not only by breathing in through your nose, you're breathing in not only by using your lungs, you're also not even only adding your thoughts, your brain, your mind to this breathing, but you're involving your whole body. Your whole body is rising and falling. And your exhale, you're exhaling long and slow. And you're dropping your shoulders. You'd think of this as breathing a sigh of relief. Any sigh of relief would involve a deep inhale, and as you exhale, a drop in your shoulders and a downwards shift in body posture. This sigh of relief has been studied, and in that case it's called a physiological sigh. Your whole body is involved in sighing. It's been found that it's likely the shortest route to making a switch in your nervous system, to stepping out of an activated fight or flight nervous system and into a calm nervous system. Long exhale, drop your shoulders, drop your head. And in your body, the signal is the war is over. No more fighting is needed. A sigh of relief indicates I can step out of my sympathetic nervous system. Fight or flight is not needed right now. And I can step into my parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest. That's what I want for this body right now. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head forward and roll out your neck muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward. It can often be very difficult for people to learn how to sit still for a significant amount of time. Our bodies might not be used to sitting still for 45 minutes. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards. adding a deliberate stretching exercise makes it okay for us to take a moment, move our bodies around, and help them settle down. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean over with your upper body to the left and to the right. Lean into your back muscles, giving your spine some movement. And while this helps your body to settle into your meditation space, it also is just really good for your body to stretch. And while you move your spine, you're moving spinal fluid up and down, switching on your brain, waking up your nervous system. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. And after giving our bodies permission to move, after stretching out muscles for a little while, we might find our bodies more easily settling into the rest of the sit in our meditation. With every next inhale, we're going to hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, invite softness into your body. As you exhale, feel how you're bringing softness to every muscle of your body. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slipping into a deeper surrender with every slow exhale. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your body dissolving. You are are slipping deeper and deeper into you. With every softening exhale. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow. As you breathe in through your nose, really feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels easy. Followed by a long, slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, feel as much of this journey into you as you can. Feel as much of the inside of your body as you can. Take your next big breath. You can continue with your own breathing pattern, your own breath holding, while I talk you through all the changes that happen in your body as you do this. Take your next big breath. The first thing that happens in our body as we hold our breath is our brain and our body responds with the thoughts, should I panic? Is there danger here? When breathing comes to a stop, there's always a question around, is this okay? So the very first thing our body does is it sends a surge of oxygen to the brain. Because the brain needs to be preserved if there's no breathing. We don't know yet, is this dangerous or is it not? So at least let's give the brain a bit more oxygen to deal with whatever needs to be dealt with. Imagine you could see that. Imagine you could take a deep breath, hold the air in your belly, and then see how your body floods your brain with oxygen molecules. for a little while, everything in your body goes on high alert. It's like a meerkat that popped its head out of the grass to look around and see where's the danger at. The breath hold, your body does that too. It's wondering, is there danger? Should we panic here? Why is there no breathing? Your job and your breath hold is, as you hold your breath, to soften back into your body, holding your breath and also relaxing. Can you find enjoyment in your breath hold? Learning how to do long breath holds has another set of benefits, but in your meditation, the more important part is having a relaxing, fun breath hold, because the signal to your body is nothing serious is happening here. If your nervous system wants to respond with, is there a threat? Is there danger? Should we panic? And again, you show your nervous system, nope, nothing serious is happening here. We can soften. Then by practicing, by repetition, you're teaching your nervous system that not everything that seems like danger is necessarily dangerous. Not everything that seems like a threat is necessarily a dangerous space for our body and brain to be in. If our nervous system has learned to be hypervigilant in the past, then everything seems like a threat. You're practicing softening your nervous system when it thinks something might be threatening. Every breath hold, every softening is more practice and creates a calm nervous system. Don't forget to take your next big breath. From your very first breath in this meditation, you were reminded to breathe into your belly. Imagine your belly to be a balloon. You're filling up this balloon as you breathe in, and you're deflating this balloon in your belly as you breathe out. That means you're making full use of your diaphragm. The diaphragm is the muscle below your chest cavity. It is a muscle that runs not quite horizontal, kind of diagonally below your lungs. Your lungs don't have any muscles. It is predominantly this muscle that opens up your chest cavity and sucks air into your lungs. That's why it can feel like we're breathing with our belly. If you've ever been winded by someone hitting you in the stomach or falling flat on your belly, there's that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach. That is your diaphragm cramping because the muscle felt that impact. Sometimes we do a poor job of really engaging that muscle. If we're breathing too much with our chest, we're trying to breathe with our intercostal muscles, the muscles in between our ribs. They can't expand that much. But a shallower, more stressful kind of breathing is typically higher up in the lungs with our chest expanding in and out in faster breaths. The moment you bring your attention to your belly, you're engaging more of your diaphragm. You're putting that muscle to its fullest use. The thickest nerve in your body runs through that muscle. It's called the vagus nerve. It meanders through your body, touching all of the major organs. And as you breathe in and out through your belly, your diaphragm is massaging your vagus nerve. While this nerve is really important for your body, connecting all of the major organs to your brain, it also happens to be that our vagus nerve is possibly the biggest trigger for our parasympathetic nervous system. It is the biggest trigger for our calm nervous system. And as you breathe into your belly and breathe out with that same muscle, your diaphragm, your massaging of the vagus nerve kind of forces your nervous system to switch from an activated fight and flight to a calm rest and digest. Every belly breath you take is massaging this very important nerve, and this massage is felt throughout your whole body. We'll do the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, invite softness in. Feel softness flood every part of your body. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. Sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Let's talk for a moment about brain waves. When you wake up in the morning, it's very likely you wake up in an alpha brainwave state. It is awake, could be mildly alert, could be very creative. It's a beautiful brainwave state to be in. It tends to not take us too long for our brain waves to become faster and move up into beta. Once we do get to the work we want to do for the day, take our place in front of our work, the phone rings, we make calls, we do emails, guaranteed our brain waves will move up into beta. It's more focused. But it's also very likely that while we're still lying in bed, we might be either scrolling through Facebook and coming across all of those posts that our scared human likes to react to, all of the fake news, all of the things that they are doing in the world, all the ways in which the world is falling apart. There's a part of our brain, a part of our scared human that loves reacting to these things. So we might still be in bed while our brain waves pick up and become faster. Or it might just be the very human tendency to remember things from yesterday and the day before, all of the old problems, all of the old thoughts that recycle through our mind 90% of the time. The point is that at some point in our day, our brain waves pick up, become faster, moves up into beta. The more of these things we encounter, the more we have stuff to do, deadlines to meet, things to learn, and also we get heaped with all of the old thoughts, all of the problems in the world, all of the problems in our life. Our brain waves go faster and faster, driving up into higher and higher beta, a thinking state, being caught in our minds, not really aware of our bodies. What we tend to do when we're in this high beta state, even when we recognize what's happening and we think, all right, I should stop thinking these stressful thoughts. I need to change my thoughts. I need to have different thoughts. Let me reach for different thoughts. What we're not realizing is that we are throwing more thinking on top of already frazzled thinking. And whenever we add more thinking, our brain becomes worse. It gets driven up into a higher and higher brainwave state. And even our best attempts at outthinking this state creates only more chaos. What our brain needs is the opposite of thinking. And everything we've done in our meditation so far, get out of the thoughts. Step number 1, full body breaths. As you breathe in with your whole body and breathe out with your whole body, you're stepping away from thinking and you're feeling your body. Your heart and your brain listens to your lungs breathing. And as you slow down your breath, your heart follows with slower beating, and your brain follows with slower brain waves. As you then hold your breath, your body wants to know if it should panic, and you're showing it, nope, no need. And it brings down your brain waves even lower. And if for the moment you're visualizing all these things happening in your body, you're seeing it, remember that when your brain sees things in a vivid way, it's a little bit like dreaming, which means your brain waves have come even lower. The biggest lesson of today's meditation is, when there's lots of thinking happening, the worst thing you can do is try not think all of the thinking. It never works. Bring yourself back to your body. Bring yourself back to your breath. Step away from any thinking as much as you can. So that when you get back to what you were doing, get back to work, you're starting with lower brain waves. You have more choice of how to apply your mind. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you and invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to become a much smarter operator of this body. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for no longer having expectations of this body. It doesn't match the way it's designed. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning what this body and brain is, how it is designed, what the architecture actually is, and learning how to take that and put it to the best use. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Just looking at Pat's message. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Pat. Preparing the body for meditation. And that's what yoga does. All of the stretching, going through the asanas. That is a beautiful reminder. I appreciate that. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Vivian. Thank you, beautiful people, for spending a little bit of time with us. Thank you, Sunmati. Thank you, Charlene. Yeah, right now, Charlene, your brain is all low brain waves, ready for your assignments. I love that. A quick couple of breaths. Our brain, in a way, is like a computer in this way. When we have lots of windows open and we've been working on all of these different windows, the CPU is trying to divide its energy between all of the open windows. When we stop for a few breaths, it's like we are shutting some of those windows down. And at least now there's a bit more space. So during our day, whenever we turn away from what we're doing, for a few deep breaths, it's like we're hitting the X on the top right hand corner of a couple of those windows. Like, I don't need this window open, I don't need that one open, I don't need that one open. I'd like to apply my energy to just one or two windows. When you've done a big meditation like this one, we did a better job than just shutting some of those windows. We completely rebooted the computer. We shut it down completely. We gave the CPU some time to cool down again. And then we rebooted the computer. And that now we can choose, just like your assignments right now. We can choose and say, this is the one thing, the one window that I want to open. I want to be able to put all my attention into this one window. Israel, I see a message about Chris. I will give him a call. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for all the love bubbling in the corner of my screen. Love you guys. Have an awesome day and see you again soon. Ciao, ciao.